is Eileen White Swan. Welcome to the Mysterious Domain Tarot Card Readings. I'm sorry I was gone for about a month, but my computer refused to let me work on my videos. It wouldn't let me transfer the videos to the computer because it was full. And you know, even though I know millennials, none of them know anything about external hard drives or any of that tech stuff. So I have many trials and many errors of trying to find one that works, because they all keep saying, oh, it's not big enough. I'm like, well, how big does it have to be? So I finally found one. Then there was a few other things, but anyway, now I'm back. But I am going to have to make some changes. Sometimes I think these things happen so you can have a rethink. There's not a lot of interest in the tarot readings, and so most of my views come from the movies that I'm putting up here, but of course the movies aren't mine. I just talk about them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do once a week, I'll do the timeless personal readings, and I might not do State of the World anymore, or I might do it once a month, or I might just do it Spirit Moves Me. Just in the interest of time, because these take a long time to edit, and there's a lot of behind the scenes work on these. We'll see what happens. I'm kind of keeping things open right now. So here's the readings. If you do like these, please like and comment and subscribe, because it really does help them get out to other people. It's kind of the way YouTube works. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Get ready for reading number 1. There's 5. I'm going to do 5 readings with these 5 stacks. And these are evergreen readings, timeless readings that you can pick any video at any time and then choose any stack of cards at any time, and it will have your answer in it because you will have been guided to the video. And let's get started. I hope you all are having a wonderful summer. It's been more calm and more tame than it had been for a while there. So, reading number 1. This is what's covering you. This is what's crossing you. This is the internal influence, the external influence, the hidden influence, the understanding, the people around you, hopes and fears, and your outcome. So let's see where we're at today. Instantly, what I feel from the combination of the 3 of Pentacles with the Moon card is a sense of inspiration. You've been working on something, a project, or a new job or something, but it feels like a project, because with the Moon card being there, sometimes the Moon is a negative card because it's like unclear or shifting shadow and light, it moves or changes all the time. So you often have a negative connotation with the Moon. It's also very mysterious, but here it feels like inspiration that's coming from your deeper self, your deep unconscious, bringing up archetypes, bringing up collective unconscious material perhaps, and that you're really tapping into something. And the internal influence is the King of Swords, and that means you have the clarity to see it. You have the clarity to all of a sudden know, I planned, I've been working on this, I've been thinking about it, but suddenly with the Moon, it means something emotional and visceral has come up to bring more depth to what it is you were planning. The external influence is the 6 of Pentacles. So maybe someone's helping you out financially with this project, or perhaps you're getting really positive support from the people around you and input, and perhaps that has stimulated your imagination. It's made you feel like it's been a catalyst for you, and you want to give. I feel like it's also here The Six of Pentacles, that you want to give something. You want what you're doing to be a benefit to others. The hidden influence is the Nine of Swords. So you've been through a dark night of the soul. You've been up all night thinking and planning and being in your head and wondering, gosh, am I ever going to get this thing off the ground? I've got the plan. I know what I want to do, but where's the soul? Where's the juice, right? And the moon is there. The moon shows up with the three Marys of the Sea and says, I'm here now, and let's see what the understanding is. The Eight of Grails. So the Eight of Grails or Cups is about leaving an emotional situation behind, so that it's sometimes a sign of emotional maturity, where you have really realized this thing can't go on any longer and it's time to go. And in this card you have a white stag, so it's Sir Lancelot is leaving the Lady of Shalott, who has died. It's like a romantic love scenario or infatuation scenario that's no longer alive for him, and he's moving on to a higher level. So you're moving to a higher level. You had to move to a higher level, which kept you up at night. Was like, I don't know what these people are helping me, but I'm not able to do it. And then boom, the inspiration is coming in, and now you're here with the Two of Wands, which is these partnerships creating like a frisson, an excitement. You've got the excitement back, and your vision has come back. Your vision is more alive now, and you're not letting anybody down because you're afraid the quality won't be there. Or letting yourself down because now you're back in touch with your deep self. The people around you, the Wish card, people really love you and want to help you and want to see you succeed, and perhaps that energy has helped you get through this patch of, with creative people particularly, you can be in an artistic growth period and you can hit that downtime. Like, I hate everything I'm doing. I'm unhappy with my work. I'm just going to quit. Nobody wants this stuff. It's like, why am I doing it? You go through that because it's often a sign of a sea change. It's a sign that you're ready to evolve as a creative person. You're ready to go to another level. And you're doing, and now it's arrived. So your hopes and fears is the devil. And what's interesting about the devil card here being the green man with his head chopped off, because it's about the beheading. The head, like the King of Swords is in his head. It's a thinking sign. It's a mental sign. And you want to chop your head off, and you want to be more in the body. The moon is more about the body. It's more the feminine versus the masculine. You can put it that way. But you want to chop your head off, but you're a little scared because the devil's a tester, right? And then you go down here in the barrow grave where the stars are, and there's rebirth, but you're not sure. You're just feeling like, okay, I'm getting out of my head now. I'm moving into the mystery, the night. See, the night. You have the moon at night, and you have the green night in the night. Nighttime. And that's the mystery. That's where the mystery is. And the outcome is the Hanged Man. Now, the Hanged Man, again, is another one of these mysterious cards of sacrifice. Again, sacrificing the head. He's normally shown with his feet over his head, his soul above his mind. And he's spiritualized, and he is seeing things definitely from a much higher level. And so let me see with these last cards here what we come up with. And there's the gift. The Maiden of Pentacles arrives, and here's the project. Here's the seed. Here's the manifestation of the ideas that you were working on, thinking it's going to be nothing but ideas and mind maps and stuff. And this is not getting me what I want, which is the soul and the juice, right? And then now you're excited. You're waiting for your ship to come in. That's the mystical ship that takes Sir Lancelot to the sacred city of Saras. And he's waiting with all his spears flaming, you know, from this 2 of spears. He's got all his spears now. He's got 9 of them. They're flaring up, they're flaming, and he's so ready to go now with inspiration. And the 4 of Wands, the happy, celebratory, wonderful, like if you're an artist, that's your show. If you're a musician, that's your venue, you know, that's you in the venue. If you're a writer, that's your book deal, or you know, whatever you're doing that this project is, which feels creative and inspired, you're there. You are getting there. Now, these 2 cards, which I'm going to put down here, are the being offered something and being uncomfortable, or just being bleh. See, this is the past, and I put them there because I just felt that was right. This was the past because you have felt like you've hit so many dead ends in the past. You felt like, now I know everything to do, but I've missed the boat, or I've made so many plans that didn't pan out before that now I'm worried. You were worrying that it wasn't going to pan out. And this reading tells me you've had so much good wishes towards you, and so much good connection and help and everything that, and then the moon, inspiration of the moon comes. It's the feminine force, it's the body, it's the feelings, it's the sensations, it's the intuition, it's the mystery that's coming in and helping you to suddenly, you're sacrificing your ego, you're sacrificing the ego-ness of fear of failure, and you are going to be very happy with your trajectory from here on. You're going to be making it, you're going to be making the work, you're going to be feeling productive and successful, and this is so good for you, and I'm so happy. Here you go. I hope that helped. Never give up. When you get down here, you're like, oh, I'm going to give up. I'm no good. Oh, why am I doing this? Oh, no, it's time for me to just get a job at McDonald's or something. I can't be doing that. No, you keep going. Okay? Okay. I hope that helped. If you enjoyed the reading, please comment, like, subscribe. I'm trying to reach 1,000 subscribers. I got 817 as of now. So, okay. Reading number 2. Covering you, crossing you. Internal influence, external influence. Hidden influence, understanding you. People around you. Your hopes and fears and your outcome. Okay, so you have a truce here. This is a sense of justice. You know, it's into 2 of Swords and then the Justice sword. So there is a need for forgiveness and amending of a relationship here. So if you picked this stack, you're going to try to mend a relationship. You're trying to heal a friendship. It's time for you, Major Arcana, the Sun card, the internal influence, to bring some warmth to this friendship or situation that has been held at bay. The sun means you're in the internal, means this light comes on. The sun is shining, you're clear, you're conscious. We're in Leo now, right? The sun. Everything's bright and shiny. You can't say that you don't know perhaps what you need to do or why it's important that you have this truce. External influence is somebody fled. The Knight of Wands is a change of residence often, or somebody just, in this case, because it feels like he's fleeing. It feels like somebody close to you, a friend, could be a romantic partner, but one of those things where it's like they ghosted you. So maybe you need to make a truce within yourself, but they just feels like to me that somebody just took off and left you and there's the communication cutoff. So the hidden influence is communication cutoff, deviousness, making plans, jealousy, somebody ghosted. And the understanding is you feel like a fool, but actually not. You are not the fool. They were the fool, because people who behave like this are like children. They don't have the maturity or the responsibility or the accountability to be honest with the other person. They just ghost. They think, well, I'm starting this type, the fool type, never will commit to anything. They will never settle down. They're always on to the next adventure. It's the puer aeternus or the Peter Pan. It's the one that just never grows up. Never grows up. And you're realizing this. And you realize maybe there was a karmic situation while you were involved with this person. But they really, for a while, you felt very wounded, very hurt by this person. But now you're ready to make peace with that. And here you are, because you have been working very hard at something that's important to you. You know, the Eight of Pentacles. You've achieved something. When you get to the Eight of Pentacles and you're getting the Red Knight's armor, it means that you are going to the next level in terms of your career or your work. You've gotten some kind of recognition. You are initiated into a different kind of life than the one you might have been in when you were trying to be friends with this person. I really feel like this strong. It comes through very strong, this Knight of Wands. This is the kind of person that's like a one-night stand type, but might drag it out for 3 months or something, right? But he's always planning to leave, but he doesn't, because he's kind of getting something out of it. But if they drag it out, it's worse, because you're going, wait, I thought we had something going on here. The people around you see the death. They see that you've changed. They see that your life was over the way it was. And you're moving on. I mean, in a sense, you're also moving on and feeling new and fresh, and like, I'm moving on, I'm a new person. I'm not carrying around this past situation anymore. Hopes and fears. That's a guy, the King of Pentacles is a nice, solid guy. He's got money, he's got resources, he's sensible and pragmatic and down to earth, and you got hopes in him, as opposed to this Knight of Wands type that comes and goes. Maybe you're hoping you'll meet a King of Pentacles, somebody that you can rely on, that's honest and dependable, and happy to settle down. The outcome is, the Queen of Pentacles. So, now that is a match. So, the Justice is saying, that's where the Justice card is on your side, because it's saying, yeah, you learned from this thing, and now the Sun, you're enlightened about relationships, perhaps in general. So now you can manifest the right type of person for you. Now, you've got a Ten of Swords, a Queen of Wands, and a Two of Pentacles. Now, the way I look at that is, if this is your desired self with you, also, though, have a bit of the Knight of Wands in you, because you wouldn't have attracted this person if you didn't have some of that in you as well. And you're going to feel like you find this person, you're going to feel sometimes like life is dull and boring, because now I'm too safe. That's how you're going to feel. I'm too safe. And that could do a Ten of Swords to you, where you get depressed and you feel like, oh, darn it, I thought this is what I wanted, because I'm really a Queen of Wands, which means I'm fizzy and effervescent and fun and lively and all this, and now I don't know what to do. Well, this is a long-term read, because this is something that's going to play out over a year or so. But you'll make a decision, but you will still want to remember the lesson and be honest to your heart, the Two of Cups. And this Six of Swords is the sword bridge, where it's in your mind, you cross to the other side. So here's, in a way, this Two of Cups is like Tristan and Isolde taking the ship from Ireland to Cornwall, right? So they're on the water going to the other side. And here you are going in your mind. The grass is always greener on the other side, and But I feel that that kind of goes with this truce. This goes with making peace. So if this is something that's already played out, and perhaps you were even married and you had an affair and the thing just went away and you've made peace here, you've made peace with it, but you still stress about the fact that old Mr. Reliable, life with him is kind of boring sometimes. I don't think it's not boring for somebody that likes to garden and likes to be domestic and likes to do all that kind of building wealth or building family or but it is boring to someone who likes excitement, which is your downfall. So you got to decide how you can be exciting or create excitement inside your relationship and rekindle a romance. And this is kind of what this is, I think. Here's your fire and here's your light. So, and the moon is there, and the moon is here, and the moon is there, saying, be in touch with your emotions and your soul. This is not a bad situation. This is you're compatible. That's a good situation. But your excitement self, the party person side of you, needs to find a way to express yourself. And in a way, I think you need to make your relationship more romantic. You have to be the Knight of Spears to your King of Pentacles. You have to kindle the excitement that you want in the marriage. And that, to me, is what this is. You have to decide that you're the one who's going to do it. And you're going to do that by getting in touch with the fact that you do like excitement. And what excites you? Is it some hobby or some job or some kind of lifestyle choice that needs to be built into your present life for you to be happy? You can't be split, because you've been split. Two of Swords, you're split. Making a truce, bringing it together, justice. Because I don't see a divorce here. There's no Tower cards. There's nothing. It's a death card, but that's the people around you that see. That's a death and rebirth, and that's like, yeah, there's been a ending of a cycle, and there's going to be a renewal. So, anyway, that's what I'm seeing. I'm not seeing anybody leaving anybody. I'm seeing you taking the responsibility to put that excitement you crave into your present relationship. So I hope that helped. And if it did and you enjoyed it, please like, comment, and subscribe. And that helps the channel quite a lot. Spoilers. Okay, reading number 3. This is what's covering you. Oops. More spoilers. That's what's covering you. That's what's crossing you. That's the internal influence. That's the external influence. This is the hidden influence, the understanding. This is you, people around you, hopes and fears, and your outcome. All right, well, we saw that 8 of Swords. Mind is going in a circle, in a circle, in a circle, in a circle. Being obsessive. Somebody's got you in a trap. But 5 of Pentacles crossing. You may be sick, you may be broke, you're feeling like a victim, you're feeling like, you're just really feeling the victim thing here now. And I'm not saying, sometimes people really are victims. Sometimes you really are. Sometimes it's in our head, but sometimes we really are. So I'm not going to make any judgment about that. The internal influence is the 3 of Grails. That's the 3 graces. That's some grace. Internally, people may see you as being quite miserable, but inside yourself, you're actually quite harmonious. You're actually emotionally, you're balanced. It's just, you're stuck because maybe you don't have any money. And you have dreams, you have creativity, you have love, you have all this nice inner life. So what's the external influence? The Tower. Oh, okay, so you've had a shake-up. There's a shake-up. Let's see what kind of shakeup you're having. The hidden influence is the world. Okay, Saturn, the world, and the understanding. So what this looks like to me is there are world events that you have no control over, that have shaken up your world and possibly caused you poverty or illness, but you're not a person that's normal for you. You're not, you may actually have land, you may have property, you may have money in other forms. You've got, this feels like someone coming with help. It just definitely feels that Knight of Pentacles. He's got the girdle there from the Lady Bertilac in the Green Knight story, but he's coming and he's saying, look, I have, you haven't lost everything. Because sometimes you can have a good shakeup. You can feel like everything's kind of bad right now, but you can have a good shakeup in the sense that it's like someone coming and saying, all is not lost. We still have things to fall back on. You have some help. You have a support system. The hidden influence of the world, like I say, it's world events. There are things beyond your control. And you are, again, Temperance. So you're actually a very spiritual person. You're very well balanced. You know that you're not buying into the victim trip. You're saying, okay, this is something I have to go through. Everybody's going through something these days, right? There are places that are going through a lot worse than what I'm going through. And if you're in one of those bad places, you're actually inside yourself, you're good. The people around you see the Lovers. Now, again, you can make choices. You're actually, the Temperance card with the Lovers is interesting because the Temperance card is sort of keep yourself kind of to yourself in a lot of ways while you balance and keep things internally spiritual and steady. But the people around you think you need to make more of a physical choice. That's what maybe you're not sure what that is, because the part that's difficult for you is the physical part, because the Tower is breaking up something physical, your household, your town, your economy, whatever. Your hopes and fears is strength. Yeah, you have strength. You have strength. You're actually very strong, but you're hoping you're strong enough. And the outcome is the Ten of Pentacles. And I would say if you've got this person coming in as a lover, looks pretty good. If somebody comes in and says, look, I can help you, they look pretty good. Let me see here. Wheel of Fortune. Maybe win the lottery, But this is Camelot. That's the round table. So you've got the Ten of Pentacles. You've got all the money and the property and the resources you could ever want. Coming out of this is, like I said, it's a good tower. It's a good shakeup. The Wheel of Fortune is your luck, and here's somebody coming in, the Knight of Cups, with some kind of offer, but don't take. Now you've got a Knight of Pentacles offer, which looks very good. A Knight of Cups offer that will be a disappointment. So that can be this lover card as well. There's two, and one looks good, and the other one's just a sweet talker, a silver-tongued devil, whatever you want to call that, and that one's going to be a disappointment. And you need to trust your intuition. You need to stay true to because you're a spiritual person, so you're the High Priestess. You're the High Priestess and the Temperance, and the Three of Cups, that's you. You have to stay true to your spiritual instincts to be able to see the good guy and this one may be more charming and more pretty, they may be more attractive in a way. This one might seem a bit, sensible, wear sensible shoes, right? But this is your lesson here. Who's better for you? And this is suggesting to me that when you get the life you want, this Ten of Pentacles life, this is when this one's going to come in, and they're going to be like, oh, I always loved you. Where are you? I'm so disappointed. They may be disappointed that you didn't pick them a long time ago. And especially when they see how well you're doing, they're going to come around and go, oh, how come you settled for that one? Why didn't you go with me? Well, you know how they are. Now, you got lots of extra cards. I'm going to say, Yeah, again, someone from the past coming in to muddy the waters. Why is it that nothing good could ever happen without somebody coming in to shake the apple cart, right? So you're an imaginative person. You're the kind of person that can be lost in your other world, right? Where you're just creating or dreaming or thinking or meditating, whatever you're doing. And you're excited because you maybe be doing a business. And this person comes and tries to wheedle their way in, but you're ignoring them. That's what I would say. Someone from the past comes along, because I'm really starting to feel this is someone you already know. They're coming in from the past and they're disappointed because you're happy now, and they've disappointed you in the past, so that's why they're in the doghouse. That you are happy with yourself, you're happy with what you're doing, and you're just going to ignore them. Say, oh, hi, how are you? Yeah, I'm happy. Hope you find what you're looking for. Bye. That's what you need to do, because they're trying to get in there and see what they can. What kind of soap opera can I cause here, So, and that can also be a friend. Don't forget that. It can be a friend, it can be a sibling. The thing is, it's not necessarily next lover. Most likely is, but it could be somebody that's just plain jealous of you. They see all this happening for you, and they're just like, well, what the hell? So you don't want to let them in to poison the well, rock your apple cart. So I hope that helped. If you enjoy it and get something out of it, please like, comment, and subscribe, because that really helps my channel. And I need a lot of help with my channel right now, because I bought a new external hard drive, So, reading number 4. So, covering you, crossing you, internal influence, external influence, hidden influence, understanding you, the people around you, hopes and fears, and the outcome. Now, you, the last judgment. Wow. That's a powerful card. That's a Pluto card. That's saying, I'm attaining a death and resurrection, but you're crossed by the Queen of Grails. Now, I feel that the judgment is sometimes it's when we come together, like all of our bodies, like all of our etheric bodies, emotional body, mental body, all that thing comes together and creates our full personhood, like Jesus in the Holy Grail here. He's got a rebirth. It creates a complete personhood. And it's crossed by this Queen of Grails, who feels very wimpy and weak to me in this reading. She feels like a person that might want to drag you down to their level, because they can't handle you're very powerful. They can't handle being around your power. The internal influence is you're very, the Nine of Pentacles, you have a nice life. You have a nice garden, you've got good things, you're happy, you've got a good materialistic life. And the external influences, you've got the Empress. Now, it could be that's your wife, that could be that's she's like Taurus, right? It's all your stuff. You've got beautiful stuff. You've got like a wonderful life. And this one, maybe this is like a codependent kind of person that's coming around. Maybe you were maybe you're a life coach type person. You're running some kind of classes in healing, or you're doing something a bit, quantum, cosmic, something like that, and you have students, and you're doing very well, because I really don't feel like you can't attain this the way I'm feeling it without doing work. That's the result of work on yourself. So you can attract these codependent types that want to come and make a cult or something. They want to turn you into a cult, or they want to be your bestest, bestie. Now, the hidden influence is an emotional, again, this emotional love bombing. And the understanding is victory. I'm still a bit suspicious of that Queen of Grails in terms of their motive. This is a marriage card in this deck because it's fallen conjuring mirror being blessed in their marriage by the Virgin Mary. So there's the 10 of Pentacles, or 10 of Grails, so it's love and fulfillment. And this 6 of Spears is the Lady Elaine putting her sleeve on Sir Lancelot as he leaves and goes back to the Grail quest, but she's pregnant with his child. So I'm telling you that story because this is the kind of person with the Empress here who could get themselves pregnant as a way of getting you into a bind. You're like here, you're a very passionate person. Well, you're the judgment. If you're the last judgment card, you're fiery as heck. You fire as hell. Well, I don't want to say it's hell, but yeah, that's a fiery place, right? So you're the fire, 8 of fire. You're rescuing the woman. You're Lancelot rescuing Queen Guinevere from the stake. You know Arthur tried to burn her at the stake, right? For treason. Look at a lot of Sir Lancelots around here. The people around you see you as a Knight of Swords, so they figure you're pretty smart. You're pretty tuned into what's going on. So they're not worried about you. Hopes and fears, that's unstable effort. That's when you kind of have something, you're working on it, and at the last minute you give up. So it's a semi-harvest. But you didn't push it to you didn't push through the next level. You just kind of quit. You don't want to do that. You're afraid that, sometimes a relationship can come in, or someone can try to come in right at a time when you're ready to achieve something, and it completely sabotages everything if you go for it. And then, well, there's love there. The Ace of Cups at the end. It's the Holy Grail. I mean, this could be love, okay? Passionate, fulfilling, emotionally fulfilling and all that, but there's just something about the message coming in. Let me see. Another message coming in. An Ace of Wands. So you've got the Maiden of Spears carrying a fire to show you the light. The Maiden of Swords coming in to show you sharpness of mind, to use your mind. What people want you to do. Knight of Swords. Just cut through the BS, right? And then the Ace of Spears. Sometimes when we have a relationship opportunity, we have a split between our heart and our mind. And you want to go with your heart because that's the fun part, right? That's the beautiful part. But sometimes you really have to use your head. And I would say this looks potentially like it could be a wonderful relationship. My spidey sense is telling me not to throw all your eggs in this basket, to hold something out, to keep your wits about you, to not let the Queen of Grails become the Empress in the sense of the boss. Don't give your power away because you're very powerful. Do not give your power away to this woman until enough time has gone by where you can see the swords are about testing as well. The Page of Swords are testing, because the Chariot is, you want to move forward. The Chariot but sometimes the horses are pulling in 2 different directions, right? In this case, these stags are all going 3 different directions. So you're not charging ahead because the Ace of Swords, you've got a divine intervention in a way, because God comes with the sword and says, whoa, there's a 2-edged sword here. So don't lose your head. Don't go in full bore into this thing, which you can do, because you're on the verge of something important for you. Don't give up whatever you're doing that has been your path long enough to get to a 7. Do not give up what you're doing on any level and let this person come in and sabotage everything for you. Don't let that happen. That's the main issue. You've got to keep going on your path that you've been on, because you're getting to a culmination point. You're getting to the climactic point of achievement. And this is always when they show up. I'm telling you, they always show up. And then you lose your momentum, you've diverted your attention, and it can come to nothing. It can come to nothing. This isn't saying it will come to nothing. This is still like early days. This is still honeymoon period. This is still new. But if you let this person come in and sabotage all your progress of what you're working on, you will end up with nothing. You won't have the relationship and you won't have your completion of your work. That's a real bummer, if you ask me. Okay, so I hope that helped. This was a really important reading for whoever it is. Whoever's out there with this reading, is really important. And you will know it's you, and I don't have to say anymore. So I hope that helped. If you like that, please like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate that. So, okay, so the last one, number 5. This is what's covering you. This is what's crossing you. This is the internal influence. That's the external influence. Here's the hidden influence. Understanding. Here's you, people around you, your hopes and fears, and your outcome. So you are Queen of Swords, crossed by the Hermit. Oh, the Queen of Swords with the Hermit, man, that's a person that can be really isolating. For whatever reason, you're isolating, living in your head, looking out the window at life going by and wondering, what's wrong? Why am I just doing this anymore? And the internal influence is you're sort of blocking yourself. The 4 of Pentacles is like you're holding on too tight to everything. And you watch people doing amazing things, but you're not letting yourself participate. You're sort of just hoarding knowledge, or you're just hoarding the ideas that you're getting, but you're not putting it out in the world. The external influence is the Hierophant. You know, that can be, again, the Hierophant is like a priest or a teacher or something. But he can be very dogmatic, like this is the rules and this is how you play by the rules. So even though that's Joseph of Arimathea and he's got the cruets of Christ's blood and water that he brought all the way from the Holy Land after the crucifixion to England, and he's teaching these two about the transcendence of earthly matters and to the soul, in your case, it's blocking you from having any kind of life. Now, the hidden influence is the Magician. Wow, Hermit, Magician, and Hierophant. Those are people like monks or magicians, or like people that stay alone to study esoteric books, and they're just working on becoming a scholar and an authority. Maybe you're a student. Maybe you're working on a PhD in something, and it's just right now it's summertime. The isolation gets to you, and the understanding is the 5 of Wands, and that's just feeling like conflict. You just don't like conflict. You really hate it. And you don't want to, you're trying to stay out of trouble. You're trying to stay out of conflicts. You're trying to stay out of anything that could cause any friction, because you like to be in the library, being very calm and studying and learning. But at the same time, it's like getting to a point where this is getting old. Now here you are. Yeah, the 10 of Wands, it's a burden. It's become a burden to you now. It's become like, I can't do this anymore. I just don't want to do this like this anymore. It was great for a while, but now the people around you see the stars. So they see you as of another world. You're not of this earth. You live in a starry, maybe, amazing otherworldly place. You don't belong on planet Earth. You're such an ethereal being, No wonder you stay alone in your castle, with your lamp and poring over these ancient grimoires of esoteric, and there you are with your, and they see you as that kind of person. So your hopes and fears is that, 7 of spears in this one is that you're too guarded. And it's also he's having a nightmare, but it's just an illusion. And you need to see through the illusion, but you're very defensive in a way too. You're protecting your gains that you gained at this point, and you really don't want to get to go out in the world and then nobody understands you, nobody gets what kind of person you are. And the outcome is that's nice, the Page of Grails. So that's a new refreshing innocence coming in. You can't, when things get to this point, something's got to give, something's got to change. And this is a herald of a very nice change. Now, 5 of Swords, oh dear, and the Emperor. Okay, if you're studying, the 5 of Swords, it's mental, it's high anxiety, it's fear of defeat. It's like, maybe this is you turning in your dissertation, or giving your, a book you wrote, or giving something out to people in charge of your sphere here, and you getting the Emperor giving you a big pentacle shield and saying, so finish as hard as it is. This is summertime, so you're supposed to be out there having fun, but you're at the 10 of Wands, you're burdened, but you just need to push through a little more so that you're happy and you love what you have, because you do love it or you wouldn't have done all this. So you love what you have. Now you're ready to give it out. See, here internally you're not ready to give it out yet. And then this is a Holy Grail, this Hierophant. And then this is the Holy Grail that you created. This is the one that you made. And you've got so much crippling anxiety, which is unnecessary, because here is an acceptance. Here is you getting the award, or the deal, or the acceptance of what you've created by powerful people, the emperors. And oh my God, we got 2 kings. We've got King of Wands and King of Grails. This has been a sacrifice, and it's just gotten to the point where you're done, because you're gonna be done pretty soon. And it's like but persevere till the end, because you're going to be very glad you did, because you've got something really beautiful to offer to the world. And right now you can't see it because you're struggling with being isolated and feeling hemmed in. And this is the kind of thing that happens with a Saturn transit. Like Saturn's in Aquarius right now, and you're feeling like Saturn is sitting on me and keeping me in a cage and all this stuff. And then finally, so you do whatever you do to cope with being in the cage. Like you're in the tower, like the otherworldly tower. I'm sick of this tower. I'm pacing around in a circle all the time. I'm sick of this tower. So you've been in the tower, and then you do whatever you have to do. And, like Sir Thomas Malory in the Tower of London, he writes Le Mort d'Arthur, and becomes one of the most amazing, timeless books of all time. So then the door opens, right? The door opens, you take your tome out into the world, and people love it. People love it. So it really paid off that you did this. I hope that helps. And if it did and you like it, please like, share, and comment, and subscribe. And I'm going to be doing these once a week. And so you can come back for another reading next week. Okay. Thank you. Have a fabulous day or night or whatever it is. Take care. Bye-bye.